What's going on, guys? It's Scott Crow from Ocean State Aquatics TV, and we're hitting you guys up with my absolute favorite OSA Pro Tips of the Week on trade shows and reef conferences. We're here at the 2017 OSRAS Reef Conference, and one of the coolest things I get to show you guys is my absolute favorite thing is our booth behind us. We get to meet and see all you guys out there. And the other thing is we get to see different product vendors, and we also get to meet also different coral vendors. We're going to take a walk around, and we're going to show you guys everything that this is all about. Let's take a walk. So you guys are seeing different types of vendors. One of the things that we got into, especially when we came here, was behind us you see Logan from Reef Breeders. We met Logan here 3 years ago, which was absolutely awesome. And we've been able to bring in some of his products right for us that we have available in a store, available for you guys as well. But you can come to a trade show with a guy like this that specializes in all these products and one of the best customer services available, that he can help you and ask questions. Now, what I love about this is the fact that I got to meet this gentleman here and use all his products when I met him here, and then we use them in the store. His customer service is absolutely top notch, and that's what we love to give you guys, the best we can possibly have for you. We're gonna move on down. Behind us, you have Blue View Aquatics. You see right now, he's giving you a frag demo, and he's going and talking about how to frag tanks with his bandsaw and going on. So right now, we're talking about, what do you have for, what are you talking about right now?
So basically what we do a lot of aquarium maintenance, and part of that is breakdowns and fragging. Today we're doing the fragging station, so we got the Griffin saw, we got all like these surgical tools, some chisels, a Dremel, big sledgehammer here. So basically we take these big colonies here and we chop them down in these little $5, $10 frags. People get a kick out of it. It's cool to watch. It's fun to propagate. Learn something new.
And that's extremely important to these shows, especially like this, where you can get into fragging large colonies down and start propagating. That's extremely important for not just in our hobby, but for our oceans as well. This is absolutely fantastic. I love this demo. I love everything about it because you're seeing how he does it right here at the show. We'll take a down and walk around. I'm trying to think what else. Let's do kind of go with this.
I don't got a gun at you.
I need you for a second.
Oh, you need me?
Yeah. So right here is Jason Oppo, who you guys met from Ocean Nutrition, one of our videos before, and he's here at the show. And this is, why do you get into these shows?
Oh, we get into these shows because it's just really good to make contact with the hobbyist, find out what's going on, find out what they're keeping and what kind of products they use. And of course, it's always good to be here if they have any questions and to give advice.
How do you feel like these shows do for the product? You feel like it brings awareness out?
Oh, it definitely brings awareness to the product, and people enjoy seeing you here.
Yeah, and that's it. And this is one of the things I also like showing you guys is because you're seeing a product that's available in a store, it's here in the trade show, and yet again, this is how we got into bringing these products into our shop and to the store as well, and that's how we also bring them to you guys as services as well, is we meet Jason at a trade show like this, we start using their products, we start to really fall in love with them because we know they work.
That's right, and we're here and we hand out samples, and in turn that helps out guys like Scott so people have a chance to try the product before they commit to purchasing it.
That's awesome. I appreciate it, Jay. Thank you very much. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Bye. Brandon Sardas. Kurt, you want to be on my video? Oh, come here. We're just trying to explain it. All right, let's talk about, why do you love this? Why do you do this? Why do you get into it?
I don't know. It's like they say, it's an addiction, I guess.
It is an addiction. Want to explain more about the table and everything you get into and everything else like that?
Sure. We got me, Rick's not here.
Yep.
We got Glenn, so we split the table. We both do the 30-gallon frag tanks. We got a mix of stuff here. Trying to mix it up a little bit.
Yep. Next up, we're going to show you Larry Dressler from AgCore Technologies out of Cranston, where we've taken you guys on Facebook to show you his video from a live video. But it's pretty cool to show what he has going on. We're going to give you a quick look. Hey, Larry, what's going on, boss?
Hey, how you doing?
Want to explain to us what's going on here?
Sure. So we have our own spirulina farm, and we're using that. We harvest the product, and we take the wet spirulina. We make a variety of fish foods, coral foods. We mix in some zooplankton, and we're actually growing some of our own zooplankton. We're growing artemia, or brine shrimp, and we have it right here. These are brine shrimp napoli, hatched about 24 hours ago. And then as they grow into adults, we have them right here. And then what we want to do is we want to keep the nutritional value very high, so we actually feed it our own spirulina, live spirulina. And basically we like to say that they're gut loaded with spirulina, which has a protein level of over 60%. It's a very nutritious treat and really a key point for growth.
That's absolutely awesome. It's absolutely awesome. So you guys get the live brine, which is fantastic. And that's all done in salt water, correct?
That's correct.
So this is all done. We can put this in there. And also what I really like over here is also the LPS and the SPS foods.
Yeah, so we have right here is our SPS and LPS. And again, it's with our own spirulina, and then we're blending in zooplankton, Antarctic krill, brine shrimp, and copepods, and so on.
It's awesome. Love
Yeah.
it. Thank you so much.
All
We
right,
appreciate it.
thanks for coming
I'll see you later.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next thing I want to show you guys is where we get into the sauce. So right here is we have Fritz RPM, which you guys have seen us also do a video on, and this is the sauce we have. And this is great when they come out to trade shows like these and they get more exposure. So when we explain it, and also other people get to see it as well. You can also see different products that they have available as well. So especially, they actually take over Mardel, which is where we get into different types of crypt and other bacterial infections as well, or instead of ick or crypt. We also get into different types of bacterias, nitrifying bacterias. You want to talk about anything?
Yeah, sure. We have our, I think you did bacteria already, right?
Yep.
So we have our bacillus, cream sludge remover, which is a 460. We have our monster 460, which is a little bit of a concentrated version. Our Fritz M9 is our live nitrifiers. So yeah, we have our glass cleaners and Mardel products that I think you've covered before.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. Thank you. All right, thank you, Fritz. We have a thing. I'm going to just take a look around, and we're just going to show you guys some of the other vendors that are available here. This is definitely one of the cooler things, especially when you get into coral vendors, when they can put out all the corals that they have available, that they've been growing out with propagating, and you can actually see them all available right from here. It's really cool when you get to some higher end species of coral, especially one of my favorite is Australian species, when we get into like scolies, acans, and blastos.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, boss? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Hanging in there. That's also my absolute favorite part. I love meeting you guys. It's my absolute favorite part. I'm going to show you guys a little bit around here. We also get to see what else we got going on. As you can see, a lot of vendors, product vendors as well. And it's also what else you get into is not just shops, but also the private hobbyists, the basement guys that are growing things out. And that also keeps the hobby going. It keeps it consistent. We absolutely love that because it gets more people into it and it keeps agriculture at an extreme. Last thing we're going to show you guys is, I don't know if you guys can see behind me, is the raffles. When you get into the raffles, this is pretty cool. A lot of people come and they join like different societies and things like that. So this is all part of the OSRAS Society. Well, what is that? That's the Ocean State Reef Aquarium Society. That's a local Rhode Island reef club, and they get into these, they join, they get members, and then we can also get into these reef shows, and they do all these raffles. This right here was a lot of the setup. There's a lot of work that goes behind the doors that you guys aren't seeing. This show actually took, last night, people were here at midnight setting up, and some of these people have not gone home yet at all. And they'll go 20 to 30 hours straight. And it's absolutely awesome because people are so diehard and passionate, and they love this so much. Now, what really makes these reef conferences and trade shows really work is really the reef clubs. That's the most important part to all these. Next to me here is Kevin Vinal from CTARS, and that's the Connecticut Area Reef Society. Now, he's the public relations, and he's going to explain to you what he does and why he loves this. And let's hear it. I want to hear it. He's one of my absolute favorite people for this.
So I like coming to the reef shows. We get to meet everybody that we talk to online. We share information, knowledge, coral, obviously. That's the whole reason for this. You know, getting to information. How do you grow this? What do you do differently than I do? What can I do to better myself? Just in general, the experience of it all, to meeting everybody, bringing it all together, the excitement. It's pretty much why we come.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. So we're here at the OSRAS right now, and one explains to me, like, why do you like these shows? Why do you come for this show? What are you looking for?
Stuff that you can't get everywhere else. You can't just go online, or the relation you get with people. Again, how do your coral look better than mine? And hey, can I get a piece of that? Let's trade. What can I do?
How do you feel like these shows do for the hobby?
Oh, it absolutely helps the hobby. It grows. I mean, 30 years ago, this wasn't happening. Online, the networking thing, the shows, the trading. Again, aquaculture and growing these corals in our own tanks helps the hobby in general. We're not pulling stuff out of the ocean no more.
Yep.
We're growing it, and you're pulling out these insane colors that I'm not pulling out, and it just grows the hobby immensely.
And it's very cool for beginners to come to these trade shows because they can learn more. They're also getting to pick other people's brains. All because one person does it one way, another person does it another way. Doesn't mean it's wrong, just everyone has their own way of doing it. And it makes it so a happy equilibrium that you come up with yourself, and it's absolutely awesome. Kevin might do one thing one way in his tanks, and I might do another thing in our tanks, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. He just has a different way of going about doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I had a gentleman today that just asked me, he was like, hey, I had this leather, I don't know what happened, why did it die? So I started saying, here's what I would do, check this, check your alkalinity, and he's like, oh, I didn't think of this, and we just shared knowledge, and it's you don't know until you ask.
Yeah, no, we absolutely love this. I'm just so happy and excited to show you guys here inside a Reef conference like this OSRAS conference, and it gets really excited. You have anything else you want to say?
That's it. Come support these type of events because this is what makes your hobby what it is. Again, 30, 40 years ago, this wasn't what was happening, and you had limits to wherever your geographic radius was to buy coral. Now you see guys from all over the U.S., everywhere, and you trade, and you just grow awesome stuff.
That's awesome. Can I get a keep on reefing from you?
Keep on reefing.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.